Okay, so the moment Mohanlal and Mammootty were announced together in the same film, something completely irrational happened to the Malayalam cinema fans everywhere. There was this collective excitement that spread across the internet because if you have grown up watching Malayalam cinema and if these two names mean anything to you at all, then there's this almost involuntary excitement that kicks in. I mean, a kind of nostalgia mixed with anticipation that is really hard to explain to someone outside this fandom. So, you have to understand that this isn't just two senior and popular actors sharing a frame. These are two people who have probably shaped more childhoods and more memories than almost anyone else in the Malayalam cinema. And when you put them in the same room, you're not just making a film, you are making an event. And the director Mahesh Narayanan absolutely knows this. But actually, he did not make this movie to give fans what they emotionally wanted from this reunion. He made it despite that expectation, almost deliberately refusing to lean on it. And depending upon who you are as a viewer, that's either going to feel like a bold, principled, and a creative decision, or it's going to feel like a betrayal as a fan. If I'll be honest, then walking into the theatre for this film, I wanted moments. I wanted scenes that would make the hair on my arms stand up. I wanted the kind of electricity one feel when two legends lock eyes on screen. And somewhere inside you just know something special is going to happen. And Patriot definitely gives you glimpses of that, but it never fully surrenders to it. The director hasn't given fans the reunion film they wanted. He gives them something colder, harder, and more politically urgent. He uses the gravitational pull of these two names to drag a mainstream audience into a conversation about digital surveillance, about spyware, about the way your phone can become someone else's window into your life without you ever knowing. And honestly, I have complicated feelings about whether that worked or not. Patriot is not a bad film. It's a film with a message, which it desperately wants you to hear as an audience. But whether it delivers that message effectively enough, well, that's exactly what we are going to unpack today. Mammootty carrying the whole thing. There's no version of this discussion where we don't spend serious time with Mammootty because without him, this film simply doesn't hold together. Dr. Daniel James is not a hero in any traditional sense. He's a government scientist who discovers something he shouldn't have, gets hung out to dry for it, and spends most of the film exhausted, outgunned, and trying to stay one step ahead of people with far more resources than him. There's a loneliness to him as well that the film doesn't over-explain but lets you feel through it with small details. He runs a YouTube channel from London because it's the only form of agency left to him, where his brilliant and trained mind reduced to making content, where he's trying to warn people who might not be listening. Mammootty plays all of this with a restraint that I think people underestimate because it doesn't announce itself. He's not doing big scenes, he's not delivering thunderous monologues, he's doing something much harder. He's making you believe in a man who's been ground down but hasn't broken, who is deeply tired but keeps moving anyway. There's a particular scene where the weight of everything Daniel is carrying just crosses his face without a word being spoken. And it's the kind of moment that reminds you why this man has sustained a career at the very top of this industry for as long as he has. The Mohanlal question. So this is the part which have really disappointed me. Mohanlal in this film is excellent. Every moment he's on the screen absolutely works. His character, Colonel Rahim Nayak, is well written. His entry into the story is handled with a kind of quiet dignity that suits both him and the character. And there are scenes between him and Mammootty as well that genuinely deliver on what fans were hoping for. But the word cameo was apparently not used to describe his role before the film released, because nothing in the marketing suggested a cameo. Everything there suggested a reunion, for which everyone including me was excited for. And when you walk into a theatre expecting two big names sharing a stage and you get one lead and one extended but unmistakably supporting presence, that discrepancy hits hard. The scene everyone will surely going to talk about, and rightfully so, involves the Morse code. These two legends communicating through one of the oldest signaling methods ever devised in order to outmaneuver a surveillance empire built on the most sophisticated modern technology. I think it's the cleverest idea in the film. But after all of this, Mohanlal's arc ends in a way that feels unfinished. It's not in a deliberate or thematically loaded way, it was genuinely in an abrupt way. Like the screenplay ran out of things for him to do and made a decision accordingly. And for a man of this stature, in a film of this ambition, that's a really disappointing note to end on. Fahad and the stagnation problem. Fahad Fasil is one of those actors where even a half-written role for him is still more interesting than a fully written role in any lesser hands. And Patriot does give him some interesting material, particularly in the setup. Shakti is a specific type of villain who is entitled corporate heir, who has inherited both power and the moral vacancy. The early scenes build his character well. You get the relationship with his father, the ugliness beneath the polished surface, the particular arrogance of someone who has never had account for anything. Fafa totally understands his character and plays the entitlement with a quietness that's more menacing than any theatrical villain he would be. But the problem is that his character just doesn't go anywhere after that foundation is laid. He stays at roughly the same pitch for straight 2 hours. There's no escalation, no turn, no moment where you discover something about Shakti that reframes how you have been watching him. He just keeps doing antagonist things competently but repetitively until the film ends. And for Fafa specifically, who has built a career on characters that shift and surprise viewers, this flatness is really noticeable. Surely there is one late development in the climax involving his dynamic with his father that does something genuinely interesting. It complicates both characters in a way the film had been withholding. But this shift arrives too late in the film to reshape our understanding for either of them. So overall it registers as a good idea, but that showed up after the party was already winding down. The technicalities. Whatever else anyone say about Patriot, the craft on display is really exceptional. The cinematography gives the film a visual coherence that reflects what it's about. The color temperature shifts as the film moves between locations, between Daniel's fugitive world and the polished corridors of power, and those shifts aren't random. They're communicating something about where safety exists and where it doesn't. The background score, I feel, is deliberately restrained. Some people would surely found this really frustrating, particularly in the second half, where you're waiting for the music to lift moments that need lifting. And I totally understand that frustration. But I also think to some extent that the choice makes sense for a film about invisible surveillance. A film about silent surveillance should probably not have a bombastic score punctuating every development. But I think where it fails is in the moment when the film needs its emotional sequences to really land. But the score restraint works against it. Some of those scenes needed just a little more musical support to fully close the distance between the screen and the audience. The action sequences in the movie were a mixed bag for me. The car chase involving both leads is legitimately exciting and well constructed, and is genuinely one of the better action sequences in the film. But the other action blocks in the film suffers from a shakiness that creates confusion rather than attention. You lose partial awareness during fights that should feel grounded, and this effect feels disorienting in an unpleasant way, where it loses you. The second half is something where Patriot's problems become impossible to ignore. The first hour of the film is excellent. It's propulsive, it's layered, it trusts you to keep up, and every subplot feels like it's building towards something specific, and by the interval, you are genuinely invested in the mystery, in Daniel's situation, in the world the film has constructed around its central idea. And then something loosens. Characters who are developing stop developing. The surveillance theme, which was being embedded into the fabric of scenes naturally, starts getting spoken aloud in dialogues. The pacing wobbles. There are stretches where you are tracking the story intellectually, but you have stopped feeling it. And that gap between tracking and feeling is where the second half lives too much of the time. The climax is the most conventional thing in the film. Everything that made Patriot interesting in the first half, like the specificity, the procedural realism, the willingness to be difficult, gives way to something that feels like it migrated in from a different, more generic spy thriller. It's not badly executed. It just doesn't feel earned by the film that preceded it. The emotional distance is Patriot's defining failure. You can sit through the entire runtime and understand clearly why everything matters. You can follow the logic of the stakes perfectly and still walk out feeling like you have never quite got close enough to any of it to actually be moved. That distance isn't the audience's fault. It's a writing problem. The screenplay of the second half is built more for the mind than the heart, and no amount of technical brilliance compensates for that when you're sitting in the dark hoping a film will reach and grab something. So now turning to the marks of the film, so I would give this one an honest 6.5 out of 10. In my opinion, if you want the Big M reunion, Patriot is going to leave you wanting. If you want a flawless thriller, you'll find too many loose threads. But if you want a film that's genuinely trying to say something about the world you're living in, using the tools of popular cinema to reach people who would never seek out that conversation voluntarily, then Patriot is absolutely worth your time and your patience.
Tell him to complete the sentence. Great Indian traitor or Patriot?
So now that concludes few of my discussion points and view on the film Patriot. You too, please share your thoughts in the comment section of the video about this film and let's have a healthy discussion around it. Also, if you have enjoyed this overall review, so please show your support by hitting the like button and subscribing to the channel for more content ahead. Do follow me on my social handles at CineSamvad for short reviews and cinematic insights. Thank you for watching. We'll meet in the next one. Cheers.